Okay, hello friends, this is Yusuf here. Welcome to part 6 of our crash course HTML. Okay, so in this video we are going to continue on the forms, but to make it a bit different, we're gonna see the output first, then we're gonna learn how to make it. Okay, so last video we have seen just what is form and then what is the different types of input elements we can use to get the inputs using the input tag. Okay, now let's go a step further and try to create something like this. Okay, so here I have the output already generated. That's what we want to build in this video. Okay, so those are mostly list items. Okay, say for example this is a simple list box where you can select whatever you want. Okay, this kind of a simple list item or select box. Okay, second is it's the same list item, but the difference is here we have a categorization. Okay, which means we have like a group of options which we can give some kind of title. Okay, the third one is again a list, but this time it is not a drop down list. Actually it's kind of a input box. Okay, the thing about this input box is if I start typing a letter, then it filter out the options. Okay, and it gives you what is matching. So that's one of the cool things. Okay, and then finally we have a simple form, but that is surrounded with a nice looking border, and it has some kind of heading, and there is some text area which we can shrink and yeah, make it bigger. Okay, so all of these things, right, we have not used even single line of css. Okay, except there is some yeah, padding around, that's okay, but all the functionalities what we are seeing in this particular page is purely by html tags. Okay, that's the beauty. So without further delay, let's get started. Okay, so here I have created a plain html file and I have opened that in browser here. Okay, okay, first let's start the html. Okay, so let's say form list. So first of all, to give a background, to give a total padding, I'm going to have a div tag. I'll tell you why. Okay, so inside that we're going to do the first one, which is a simple list box. Okay, so this can be achieved. Let's create a form first. Okay, inside the form we're going to have a select tag. Okay, select is nothing but a select items. Under the select item we can have multiple options. Okay, so say for example here I say t. Okay, maybe, and here. Okay, now if we save this, okay, and see what it is displaying, it is displaying only the list box. Okay, if you want to have kind of label, I can create a label, something like select your drink. Okay, yeah, so if we save it, it comes like this. Okay, that's cool. Secondly, but the point is it's just displaying the values. Okay, it is coming from here, but when you select the value, if you press submit button, this value will not go into the backend. Okay, for that we should have a value property. Okay, so say I am gonna say value equal to 1234 just to differentiate how it's gonna come. Okay, so say for example you're gonna have value 1234, and inside the form we're gonna have input of type submit. Okay, and value equals to submit, save. So now we have simple submit button. So if I select say for example buttermilk and then submit, then here in the browser you can see it will come. Okay, let's say. Okay, fine, I'm not able to see. Okay, so the value what we provide here, it will be coming back to the browser. Okay, I understand now. So we should give a name property, then only it will pick up. Okay, say drink. Okay, refresh and select something and then submit. Then if you look into the browser, you see drink equal to 3. Why it is giving 3? Because we selected buttermilk, and for buttermilk the value we given is 3. Okay, the 3 will be submitted to the backend. So fine, so let's move on. So we just created a simple thing. Okay, let's go to the this type of grouping. Okay, so let me quickly take this form and I copy here. So we're going to group these two items. Okay, so the tag we can use is called opt group. Okay, option group, as you guessed exactly, we can group the options inside. Okay, but what we want is, after we group the item, we should give some kind of name for the group, correct? So if you see here, this is the name I'm talking about. Okay, so for that we need to, in the option group, okay, the tag itself, we need, there is a property called label. Okay, I can give like what. So if you save this and then see the result, okay, and we got the same thing, but this time it comes with the categorization. Okay, so what you need to know, the options can be grouped with the op group tag, and it takes a label property that will be used as a segregation. Okay, then okay, that's cool. So we have learned about this, and let's go to the third one. Okay, third one is for, okay, for third one, let me again copy paste the form tag. Okay, so what we are going to do this time, we are not going to use select at all. Okay, so this label can say as is. We're going to use a input tag. Okay, but this time it's not going to be type. Instead of that, we're going to say list, and we say that this input element is going to take a list. The list is going to come from somewhere else. Okay, and we need to give a reference to this. So let me tell that it will come from something called drinks. Okay, and this name is for list property. That's okay, some name property for the tag. Okay, but now what is this drinks? That is the question. Okay, so the drinks is nothing but we need to use a tag called data list. Okay, so this data list will take an id property that should match your list thing. Okay, so whatever the input element we give, okay, that list name should match the data list id name. Okay, that is the link here. Then inside that, what we can have, basically we can have a option tag inside. Okay, and the value should be the value itself. Okay, so which means we don't want this, we can remove it. Okay, so this is how it looks. So we have a input tag. That input tag takes the list, and with the name of drinks, we tell that this drinks is a data list, contains different options. Okay, let's finish this one. Okay, save. Now with this setup, right, if you save this and then come back to our form list and refresh, we see this simple input box. If you click, you can get all the option, but if you start typing, then you come to know only the matching options displayed. Okay, that is the important thing. Fine, so what we have next? So finally we have a simple login box with the border. Okay, let's do that. So this is even simpler. Okay, so for that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a form, and inside that we're going to design our form first. Okay, which means we'll have a label saying that user name. Okay, and then it's gonna have input type will be text. Just give a name like user name. Okay, let's give some breaking tag. Then I'm going to take this, copy paste again, let's give it as password. Let's give the type as password, name can be pwd. Okay, and then for demonstrating this particular text area tag, let's have a label as comments, and it will be text area. Okay, text area tag will be used to create some kind of bigger input box which can be modifiable length. Okay, fine. So then we'll have a input of type submit. Let's give the value as login. So if you save this, what we have just built is a simple form. Okay, but there is no border around it. Okay, so to make that border, we just need to use only one tag. Okay, that tag name is called field set. Okay, so we're gonna put all our form elements into that field set tag, and as soon as we have done that, if you refresh it, we get a nice looking border, but there is no heading for that border. Okay, so if you want to have a heading for this border, what we have to do, inside the field set tag, we need to use a tag called legend. Okay, let's say that login to Okay, if we save and then see here, we should be able to see the heading. Okay, now as a final touch, actually we have done with what we need to do as expectation, we have learned it, but just to see make it I mean both look same, let's give us some kind of border. Okay, I mean actually not border, it's actually a margin. So now we have this div tag, right? So let's take the div tag. I'm going to give it as a class equals to top, anything like you want. Then we have a style tag, and let's target that top class, and let's give the width as 400 pixel, and as soon as I give a width, you can see this particular data is kind of shortened. Okay, and then we just say that let's give a margin. Okay, let's give 50 pixel top and bottom, and we'll say auto for left and right, which means it will be centered. So you don't need to worry about the style tag and those on, because we're going to cover everything in the CSS section, but I'm just showing you to match exactly what we are trying to build. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. We just learned a few important form tags, something like select options for creating a drop down list. Okay, and then different kind of drop down list you can create using the option group, and then data list. Okay, finally we have seen field set, which can be used to create a nice looking form without using any CSS. Okay, so that's the end of this lecture, and we're gonna finish the HTML section in our next video, where we will see some semantic tags and then learn about inline and block elements, and then we'll go to CSS and proceed further. Okay, yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope it helps you, and if it helps you, then please share it with your friends, and make sure you're subscribing. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.